and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Louise. I am Louise, your Independent Pampered Chef Consultant. On today's episode, I'm going to share with you a recipe that my family loved. I made this recipe, I think it was last week or the week before that, and it was such a hit that I wanted to share it with you guys. It is called Pressure Cooker Barbacoa Burrito Bowls with Cilantro-Lime Rice. And guess what, you guys? It all cooks at the same time in our multi-cooker. It's a pressure cooker, so it's gonna cook in no time at all. Hey! To get started with this recipe, we're gonna start with making the sauce that everything cooks in. So I'm going to be using our Flex Plush Immersion blender. So if you haven't seen this in action yet, check it out, okay? So we're gonna start with adding a half a cup of chicken broth. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice. I used my citrus press, which is one of my favorite products to use. It's all the juice out of the limes. To this, we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic that I had peeled, and I used our little garlic peeler for that. We're gonna add that on in there. And then we need this chipotle peppers, and it calls for 2 of the peppers, but which are in here in the little can, but I'm actually just gonna add the juice and all, the can, the whole thing going on in there. There we go, okay. Next, we need to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. There we go. And 2 tablespoons of our chipotle rub. Now, of course, in true Louise fashion, I was out of chipotle rub, but I have our Tex-Mex rub, so I figured that would be just as delicious. So let me measure out 2 tablespoons of that, which I think is probably all that I have left in my little jar here, my little bottle. So we'll just dump all of that in. That's that. And let me just make sure I have everything. That is it. Now I'm going to use our immersion blender. So get that popped in here. Add the battery pack. The battery pack is the last thing you add. I do have a video on our Flex Plus immersion blender, so I will be sure to add that in the description so you can check out everything that this does. Now, turn it on. And we'll just get all of this puree together. See, it doesn't take very long at all. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take this part off. There we go, and remove the battery. And we'll just take that off and set this aside. There we go. All right, now, I'm going to be using, like I said, our multi-cooker, and I'm going to be using this on the pressure cooker setting. Let me get it turned on the side here. The first step that I'm going to do is sear. So we're going to put it on the sear setting, and then we're just going to push the button to get it started, and it's going to start to heat up. It heats up pretty quick, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil to the inner pot. I have a video on our multi-cooker as well that I will add to the description. Go. Now the recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of beef chuck or pot roast, fat trimmed and cut into 2-inch cubes, which I already have prepped right here and ready to go. So as soon as that gets, whoops, did I get it on high? There we go. It's on high now. So as soon as that gets nice and hot, I can start searing the meat.
A few moments later.
Just adding a little salt and pepper to the meat, and it's ready to start searing. So in it goes. Hear it sizzling? So we'll just get this seared on all the sides. And while that is searing, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the rice ready. Now, what I like about this recipe is the rice cooks in with the meat all at the same time. And to do that, I'm going to be using the little ceramic pot that you can get to go with your pressure cooker or the multi-cooker. And to this, I need 1.5 cups of rice. Let's see here. And I'm going to rinse it. So let me just pour it in my, I have a strainer here, colander. Right here. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Don't seem to have much space today. Seem to be struggling. All right, 1.5. Pampered, not perfect, right? There you go. Where did my little Twix-It clip go? There we go. Twix it back together. All right, so now I'm just gonna rinse this real fast. There we go. The beef is still cooking. Still hear it sizzling. There we go. I'm gonna give this a quick stir. There we go. This is really an easy meal because it's gonna all cook in 20 minutes. Can you believe that? There we go. So let's let that finish searing. I'm just gonna keep rinsing the rice. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but you can hear my sink. I'm rinsing the rice for real. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna add that to this ceramic little pot here. And I'm gonna add 2 cups of chicken stock. I have right here ready to go. Give it a quick stir, it kind of settled. I use bouillon, so it kind of settled at the bottom there. There you go. Okay. And I'm going to add some cilantro with our herb mill. Love this thing. Look how it comes out like confetti. Love it. So I'm not gonna add all of it because I want some for the end. There you go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice. 1 tablespoon of lime juice. So I need to grab my lime juice and we will continue to let this beef cook for another 2 to 3 minutes.
A few moments later.
Now it's time to add our sauce to the meat, and then that just continues to cook for about another 5 minutes in here. Let's add that sauce. It smells delicious. There we go. Okay. Let me give that a big stir, and we'll just let it continue to cook in here for about another 5 minutes. And I have my rice ready to go, and all I need to do now is cover it. This comes with it, and it has these little vents so that it can steam. So we're gonna go ahead and cover it with that. There we go. And then this is the cradle that it sits in, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that ready to go. Okie dokie. And we'll check back in just a minute.
A few moments later.
So it's been about 5 minutes. The beef has been cooking with the sauce that we made. And now we're gonna add the rack inside on top of the meat. Just press it down, nestle it down over the top of the meat. And we'll lower in the pot with the rice. Just like that. Fold the little top over. And then we'll place the lid on. All right, I'm gonna cancel the sear setting. We don't want it on sear anymore. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the beef and pork setting. So you just go until you get to the beef and pork setting. Then we're going to press start, and we want it to cook for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna adjust the timer for 20 minutes. There we go. And then I'm just gonna press start. So now what's gonna happen is it's going to start cooking. Well, it has to come up to pressure first. Since we started on the sear mode, it shouldn't take very long, maybe 7 to 10 minutes, and then it'll cook for 20 minutes, and then we'll release the pressure and I'll check back. All right, you guys, we only have 1 minute left. That did not take very long at all. So as soon as it beeps, I'm going to release the pressure, and then I'm going to use our salad choppers, and I'm going to shred the meat right inside the inner pot. So I don't even have to dirty another bowl or anything like that. So I decided that we would serve this with a topping, a couple of different toppings. So I have some chopped tomato. I have some pickled jalapeno peppers slices, which will be delicious. Of course, cilantro, you have to have cilantro. Oh, there it goes. And some avocado, because avocado makes everything taste great, am I right? So let's go ahead and release the pressure. Oops, cancel, release the pressure. There we go. Woo-wee! See it all coming out. And as soon as all of the pressure has released, then I'll be able, there's a red button on the top. That red button will go down, and then I'll be able to unlock it. And if you're wondering if it gets hot, it does not. So if you have small children and they happen to reach up and touch the multi-cooker, they won't burn themselves because it doesn't get hot. Obviously, you're gonna wanna keep this away from the edge of the counter so little hands can't knock it over. All right, sure smells delicious. I can smell those chipotle peppers in the sauce, the adobo sauce, and the Tex-Mex rub. The Tex-Mex rub has a really unique flavor that my family really enjoys. I think you would probably enjoy it as well. All right, the pressure is going down. There we go. I guess I could have been doing the avocado while we're sitting here waiting. This is our whammy jammy new avocado tool. The one side is serrated, super sharp, for you to cut through your avocado. There we go. Ta-da! And then there's the pit. You just stab it and twist. There we go. Well, actually, this one is just going to pop right on out. There we go. And you can score it on the inside. So I'm going to use the rounded part, not the serrated part, so I don't cut myself. And then we can just scoop out some slices. That was a yucky part. There you go. You can hear that all the pressure is now released from that. I'm going to set this aside right here like that. Oh, love avocados, you guys. Absolutely love them. All right, now I can open the lid. There you go. Watch out, it's still pretty steamy. Just set that aside over there. Now, let me grab my little grips over here because the metal rack is going to be hot. Let me just get that over here. So I don't want to grab that with my bare hands. We'll just grab it with these. That's the rice. There we go. Go ahead and get rid of this. Put it in the sink. All right, now let me show you guys. I wish you could see inside here. Ta-da! It really does look delicious. Okay, let me go ahead and start shredding the meat right inside here with our salad choppers. It's so tender, I probably could actually just use a fork and shred it up. But we're gonna go ahead and do it like this. Oh my goodness, you guys. Really smells good. All right. Now you can either eat this as a rice bowl as it's intended, or the other day the other week when I made it for my family, my son ate it on some flour tortillas. So that's how he likes to eat it. So there's lots of different things that you can do with this. You don't have to eat it as a burrito bowl, but let's go ahead and get our bowl. Let's put it together as a burrito bowl as it's intended. So let's just fluff this rice up real fast. Oh, it smells great. All right, so I want to show you what the finished product is going to look like when it's all done. Let me grab a bowl. There we go. We'll just put some rice. I love that it all just cooks together. That really makes dinner time so much quicker. I'm just gonna use the same spoon. There we go. Look, you guys, can you see? Oh, look how delicious that looks. Right, now I'm gonna go ahead and add the tomato. There we go. And I'm going to add a little lime wedge. We'll just tuck that there. And let's grab some of those jalapeno peppers. You know what, you could also add a little bit of cheese if you like cheese, whatever kind of cheese you like to have. I'm sure that would go great. There you go, a couple of those on there. And let's add some of the avocado. Tucked right here like that. Oh, that looks great. Just slice a piece of avocado off. There we go. All right, you guys, oh, I forgot the cilantro. My family loves cilantro. I think that my son would not be happy, or my husband would not be happy, if we didn't top everything with a little bit of cilantro. There we go. And of course, I personally think that avocado could probably do with a little bit of salt. So let me grab that. Because avocado and salt just go so well together. There you go, guys. Take a look at that. Doesn't that burrito bowl look absolutely delicious? And to think it all cooked in one pot. So that makes cleanup a breeze as well, right? So if you would like to get your hands on our multi-cooker in your kitchen, just hit me up. I'll put all of my information down below in the description. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, give me some thumbs up, ring the bell so you will be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Happy cooking!